We're going to explore how the frankly exhausting demands of modern life basically force us to strap on these incredibly heavy shields just to get through the day. Okay, let's dive right into this. I want you to ask yourself honestly, have you ever felt like you're just acting a part? Like you're secretly exhausted, playing this fake role, and just kind of waiting for that inevitable moment when you're finally found out? Well, if you're nodding your head right now, you are absolutely not alone. In fact, feeling this way is a profound symptom of the very world we live in today.
Part 1. The weight of armor.
To really grasp why we feel this way, we need a metaphor. The anxiety and the sheer exhaustion you feel, they aren't inherent flaws in your character. Think of them instead as a protective spacesuit. You put a spacesuit on when the atmosphere is just too thin to breathe, right? Wearing this psychological armor is a completely logical survival strategy. It protects you from the grueling demands of life, from intense criticism, from pain, but, and this is absolutely crucial, it comes at a devastating cost. A spacesuit keeps you alive, sure, but it also means you can never literally touch anyone else. Ultimately, it creates this deep, profound emotional distance and isolation.
Part 2. 3 forms of hiding.
So the first piece of this armor is imposter syndrome. Now, it's defined as doubting your accomplishments despite clear evidence to the contrary. But psychologically, it is so much deeper than just everyday self-doubt. Imposter syndrome builds this heavy facade where the very human act of just being seen actually feels like a terrifying exposure. Instead of feeling reassured when someone praises us, our nervous system literally screams, "Oh no, if they really knew me, they'd see I'm a total fraud." This second piece of armor is masking. People sometimes think masking is this malicious deception. Actually, scratch that. It's not a trick at all. You aren't trying to pull one over on people. It's simply the act of hiding parts of yourself so you can feel safer and more accepted. It's a deeply ingrained reflex of protection against being rejected, criticized, or basically being told that you're just too much for the people around you.
And that brings us to our third piece of armor, perfectionism. We kind of tend to think of perfectionism as just, trying to get good grades or gunning for that big promotion, but it is way heavier than that. It is a pervasive neurotic style. It acts as a massive shield against our absolute deepest existential vulnerabilities. The subconscious logic goes, if I am perfect, I cannot be criticized, I cannot be abandoned, and therefore I have inherent worth.
So how does this actually show up in real life? Well, there are a few common masks we wear. There's emotional masking. That's when you say, "Oh, I'm fine," when you're actually deeply hurting inside. Personality masking, being the chill, easygoing one so you don't take up too much space. Confidence masking, doing absolutely everything yourself because the mere thought of needing help feels unsafe. Conflict masking, just smiling and agreeing to keep the peace. And sexual masking, performing confidence or hiding your true preferences to avoid judgment.